Hello and welcome to episode 11 of Pixel Focus Podcast, where we provide insights and updates into the world of virtual photography. For anyone who is new to the show, either watching or listening, welcome and thanks for taking your time to listen on this amazing weekend, which is Saturday. We are officially on Spotify and YouTube, so just search Pixel Focus Pod and you'll be able to catch up on our past episodes. I'm your host in Seven Specters, and with me is my web-swinging co-host, SunOG5. So how are you doing today?
Well, not web swinging, because I have not been playing Spider-Man at all. So
Whoa, okay.
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, little different, Been going for a little different vibe. We've been doing some other things. We branching out, diversifying.
We have Brando saying hi on Twitch chat. Hello, how you doing, dude?
Hello. How's it going? Hope
Yeah.
you're well. Hope your family's well. Hope your endeavors are going well.
All right. So we'll go ahead and jump into what we're going to be talking about. So we have a fun topic, but let's go ahead and jump into this week in virtual photography. So starting off, we had quite some fun little stuff here. So let's go ahead and top to the first one. And that is, we got memed.
We're on the next level, y'all. I'm trying to tell you. We're on a new level, bro. Straight up. Like, yo, we got memed, y'all. It happened, bro.
Was not expecting that, but it was a great one nonetheless.
Yeah.
It's
just I think we can go ahead and clarify for the people who aren't actually visibly watching.
Mm-hmm.
The meme was created by mildlychaotic.vp. They made a meme after binge watching some of our episodes,
which is crazy because that means that they listened to 10 episodes. Like, I'm not quite sure it was back to back, but still, binge watching means they sat down and dedicated time, which is crazy.
That's wild. So yeah, they went ahead and did that, and then they made a meme about the last episode in which we spoke on pretty much our first impressions on virtual photography. And yeah, I had mentioned that I thought it was dumb at first, and then I am now, as most of you probably know, doing it 24/7. So they made a meme saying Sun OG5 diving into virtual photography and realizing it isn't just taking screenshots. It's the meme photo of Danny DeVito saying, "I get it," and he's like crying. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
Yep. I was just going through my notifications. I was like, wait a second.
Right. Oh man. That was funny.
And the next topic is actually was inspired by episode 9, which we talked about. Should you start a community in the virtual photography space? And our guest was Ria from in which it was amazing and basically inspired. We have Damon, or the Internal Solace. He created a hashtag leftover Wednesdays. So every Wednesday, use that hashtag and get submitted for the showcase. And what basically the idea is, you might have maybe 5 different shots of the same idea. You had an idea, and you take 5 different ones, different takes, and they were just not what you were looking for. And so this leftover Wednesdays is those shots, those 4 shots that you're like, nah, didn't really work out, but yeah, you can still submit them. And I'm going to be honest, some of these shots were like, why were not these the final shots?
Yeah, no, I mean, honestly, I do understand the plight of a virtual photographer saying, nah, this ain't the one. And you do get that one shot or that one version of it where it's like, oh no, this is much better. So I get it, but at the same time, it's like I think they also can be shots where it's not just, like different versions of the same shot, but
Hmm.
just shots that you were just kind of like, it's okay.
Hmm.
And it just wasn't really what you were going for maybe, and you just kind of moved on to the next idea. Um, it's for those too. So if you want to submit those as well, that's fine too. But at the same time, like in Seven said, some of these shots that people submitted, bro, they're really freaking good anyway. So hey, put them out there, man. Put them out there, and then
Hmm.
it's a great event for people to kind of break out of their shell of just like, oh, I have to do the best I can every time, like, or people are never gonna like anything that I do. Like, it it doesn't have to be your top 1% all the time, you know?
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, most definitely. All right. And moving on, which I think is really cool. And I think it's fun is that these topics are sort of tying into our past episodes, which is
Right?
really fun. And so this is from the um, Life at Ubisoft. And they did a post. It says, "We believe video game photography can be the ultimate canvas. To celebrate the
Ooh,
Ubisoft Photo Mode contest, studios around the
ooh.
world will be transformed into galleries where our teams could admire the incredible submissions from the
Ooh.
last year's winners."
Oh my God.
This when this came across my newsfeed, I was like, "What?
Yeah,
That is so cool.
that's
That is so cool."
huge, dude. That is huge. The way that Trump says it's huge. Like that's it's huge. So yeah, man, no, that is massive. And especially for the community itself, like for a company to come out and say themselves, we believe virtual photography can be the ultimate canvas,
Mm-hmm.
that that is speaking volumes. And any virtual photographer that watches this podcast or has seen that post, start paying attention because that means that they're noticing us. We are
Mm-hmm.
actually starting to become something that, and like you said, ties into our past episodes. Our episode with Shinobi, I forgot exactly what number that was, but
Mm-hmm.
um, we spoke on just the fact of, uh, what virtual photographers are bringing to the table, and apparently we're bringing enough to the table for them to start noticing us. So keep
Mm-hmm.
doing what you're doing, y'all.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really cool. All right,
That's
and
massive.
I'm gonna let you take over this one. It has to deal with this game called Lords of the Fallen. How about you take it away from here?
Yeah, so like I said, I stopped swinging webs and I started slinging swords, bruh. So we out, we out here chopping up motherfuckers, bruh. So I started shooting in Lords of the Fallen not too long ago, and I've been really enjoying it. It's been a really cool game to get like very specific styles, like obviously it's a Souls-like, so it's kind of a you know darker gothic kind of feel, but um just because of the art style, you can get like almost this graphic novel paintery kind of look, and it's really cool. Anyway, regardless of all that, uh the Lord people at Lords of the Fallen actually ended up selecting my shots for their announcement of their update with their most recent patch. So that is oh Jesus, that was like 1.1.598, I think.
Wow, dude, you got it. Look at
Oh,
you.
did I really? Look at that.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm not dumb. Yay. Uh, yeah, it released on March the 14th. I do remember that because
Mm,
they hit me up that day. Um, so yeah, no, they said, "Hey, we really really like your shots and we wanted to use them for our most recent patch. So go ahead and check out Steam if you guys want to see what pictures they used." And yeah, was really really excited about that. It was cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, showing a little bit of the showcase there. And
Yeah.
for everyone who's watching afterwards, all the links will be provided in the description. For those listening, if you want to check them out, just check the description of wherever you're listening to, whatever platform, and you can check them out yourself.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Well,
Okay.
we're gonna move on. Do you have any other bit of news that came up while we were doing our news bit?
Uh, I mean, there's stuff, but we'll talk about it later. It's
Cool.
all good. We're straight. Um, but yeah, we can go ahead and get right into our topic. Wait a second, there's another topic. I thought we were done. I thought that was everything. That was a lot that we just talked about. I feel like we could just talk about that. No, I'm joking. We have an actual topic. It's all good, guys. So we will be discussing. Give me 1 second, because I gotta remember exactly what N7 made as our title. Exploring the essentials of an effective photo mode. There we go.
There we go.
Look at that. Look at that. So that's what we're gonna be doing, and just for putting it plainly, basically we're gonna be talking about what makes photo mode good. What makes one a good photo mode? What have different companies done or not done to make a photo mode fire? Absolutely dope, something that we actually want to use. And pretty much what we'll also kind of talk about, like what's our dream photo mode, just of, maybe all the different ones that have been created so far that we can think of at the moment, and just kind of anything that we might have ideas of ourselves that we can use to put into that dream photo mode as well. And maybe one day one of these companies might take a look back at this episode and be like, oh, we should do that. And then
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So yeah. I guess we can get right into it. So I just want to go ahead and kind of start off with maybe just some of the photo modes that we do really like, that we've seen have done a good job, and I'll mention some of the ones that I know for sure have really rocked people's world so far across the community. So yeah. Um, so in seven, I guess a good one to bring up. Now that we just talked about earlier, Lords of the Fallen, they have done some pretty cool stuff. To be honest with you.
What kind of
Yeah.
aspects do they have?
Honestly, they. Let's get into it. So they actually have a photo mode that has quite a few different little details to it. They have a lot of the basics. They got like the aperture. They have filters, things like that. Zoom in, zoom out. All the pretty much basic stuff. But one of the coolest things that they actually have implemented, which is something pretty innovative, is 3D photo mode.
Really?
Yeah. So this is something that I have never seen before, ever. Um, Basically what it is a photo mode where you can go ahead and, instead of just like taking the shot, you can basically save your entire scene,
Mm.
and you can go back to it. It will load the world, load the positioning of your character and all of the AI, and anything else that's going on in the current scene that you're working on. And you can not only just be in that specific spot that you were in when you were looking at the scene, you can move around the scene and adjust things.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that I've never seen that before. So, other companies, I know they might not be like one of the biggest companies out there, but please pay attention, because that's crazy. That is insane, dude. I don't know if you have any kind of words on that in seven, just because that's a wild concept.
Yeah, just being able to take a snap, but then also be able to render in the 3D
Yeah.
space.
Hmm.
Like, Oh man, that is crazy to think about.
Right, right. Fucking nuts.
Yeah,
That's
because I've heard. I
crazy.
think it was last episode when we had our panel. We were talking about like it did get mentioned. I was like, what do they mean by that? But now, okay, you
Yeah, we
just
were so confused. Yeah.
yeah, you described it.
Yeah. Yeah, because I didn't even know what it was when I first looked at it either. I actually had to go ahead and watch Shinobi's video the other day.
Mm,
Because he got into my comments and he actually put the video out there for somebody who was thinking about starting Lords of the Fallen. Um,
nice.
and he explained it really well. So if you guys actually want to go ahead and check out that video too, I know we don't have the link here, but we'll put it in later. Um, but yeah, if you guys want to check out that video, you can also go to his page. I believe isn't it Shinobi underscore space?
Yeah, Shinobi
Yeah,
space.
so Shinobi underscore space on Twitter. If you want to go ahead and check him out, he should have his YouTube on there as well. So if you go into that, you should be able to find the video. It's not too long ago, so it's a more recent one. But yeah, no, he does a very good job of explaining it.
Hmm.
So yeah, no, that's a super awesome feature that I have never seen before.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, I mean, is there what's a photo mode that kind of like has captured you in seven? Something. I mean, I know you may not have
I am
necessarily done
very
many, but
limited on my
yeah.
experience. The just for people who are listening. Uh thank
Oh, thank you,
you.
VGP.
Archive. Yeah, let me
Yeah.
share that. Yeah, there you go. Cool. Thanks for the link. Appreciate it. Uh, the experience for virtual photography stuff I is believe it or not a little bit of Warframe. That was before we actually did that little
Oh,
episode. A little bit.
didn't
I
know
was
you
just
went
messing
into that.
around and then yeah.
Okay.
Uh, but again, I didn't know what Photomode was back then, but I did
Oh, so you were
mess
just
around.
like trying
Yeah.
to see.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So it was that, but mainly it would be Cyberpunk and
Okay.
now Control. So those are
Got you.
extremely different photo
Yeah.
modes in
Yeah.
that, but yes.
But
Those
what's
are
something from there that you kind of
oh
that you
oh
kind of
there
like
was
though?
a bit I do have a few pictures from Gotham
Hmm.
Knights, but I don't remember how I took them. I'm gonna be honest with you. So
Ah,
yeah, Gotham Knights had one. Yeah, I think those are the three, or more like two, because I actually remember. Uh, yeah, I was actually talking to Nash
mhm.
earlier, and she was like, "Okay, so what is your list?" I was like, "Well, for me, the number one thing for me would be having the ability to have an option for the character to look at the camera."
Yes. 100%. Oh
Because
yeah.
there are times where it's really nice to just get a little bit more candid shot or have them looking over his shoulder a little bit better. Yeah,
Hmm.
it's having that feature is really nice to have.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. Yeah, because honestly, the like you said, it's a bit more of a candid shot, so it provides kind of more, I guess, animation to the character rather than making them look very
Hmm.
stagnant.
Yeah,
Is that something you can do in Gotham Knights?
I'm not sure. As I said, it's been a while
Oh, okay.
since.
Okay.
Oh, I think I
Because I
do
don't take shots there,
believe.
so
Yeah, I do believe you can. I do. Sort of like memories are sort of flooding back a little bit of me doing
okay.
this. Yeah, so I think you
Yeah.
can look at the camera and
Right.
all that. So.
I get you.
Uh huh.
That's fair. That's
Yeah.
fair.
The reason is because with Control, with all my shots I've been working for,
Hmm.
I had to sort of like do frame perfect freeze frames because I was
Oh,
just relying on the idle animation.
yeah.
And they were
Gotcha.
just most of the time she's not looking over her shoulder. I'm like, I need you to look over your shoulder if you can. So I was trying to manipulate like aiming the gun, but as soon as the gun lowers, freezing, that was not working out. But yeah, being able to look
He
over.
said, "Pose, guys, dang it!
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Where your head at, girl?"
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Hmm. I mean,
But yeah,
gotta
no,
do what you
yeah.
gotta do, right?
No, for sure, for sure. And I'm sure every single other VP totally understands you got to do what you got to do. I mean, bro, we straight up go to the point of like dying on purpose in video games just to get a good shot.
Yeah.
Like that's wild. I know so many other people who just play games would be like, why?
I wanted
But
my
yeah,
body on the floor so I can have a
right,
better angle.
right, exactly. I needed him to look like he was like falling asleep or dying or whatever. I can't do that if he's standing up.
uh, I do like the
Uh,
ability to remove the main character though. That is a nice feature.
yes,
Hmm.
yes, because sometimes you're not trying to take a picture of them as a subject. You're actually trying to get shots of maybe an enemy or more of the environment.
Hmm.
And having them there can be kind of distracting.
Yeah.
So yeah, I totally understand that too because a lot and honestly, a lot of the good photo modes have all of the features that we've talked about, except for the 3D photo mode. That is them alone. Again, props to y'all. Like that's wild. But yeah, the other things that we talked about, a lot of them do have those features. And one of the ones that I know that a lot of people love taking shots in is Horizon, right?
Hmm.
Forbidden West. Um,
Which I'll be getting on the
and
21st. So.
yeah, my boy gonna be getting Forbidden West, y'all. So you can expect pictures from him in it. Let's
Yeah.
go, Horizon
Hmm.
community. Say what's up. Yeah. Um, I definitely can say that Horizon has a lot of these features that we've talked about so far. Being able to look at the camera, removing the character, I believe, maybe, I think, maybe not. I can't remember that one. Um, but I do know that it also has another feature called time of day,
Yeah.
which is so necessary, in my opinion, if you have a game where they're outside.
Hmm.
I understand not every single engine can run it. I totally get that, and not every single game is built for that. But for those games that have a photo mode in which the time of day does change, like within a given time, please add that. That that is such a good thing to have because adjusting your lighting in photo mode is probably one of the biggest things that like a VP wants all the time.
Hmm.
It's it's almost essential when it comes to taking a photo because it's just like real life. You have to have good lighting, right?
Yeah. And you said Lords
Um,
of the Fallen has a time and day cycle?
no, it does not.
It does not.
Yeah,
Oh. Okay,
it
so
does
the
not.
shots that you had to sort of wait around for those?
No, it doesn't even have a day cycle at all.
Mm.
In the game even. That's just what the game looks like in certain areas.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. So and that's a cool thing too. There are some games where they have like certain areas that have different lightings and everything like that, but again, for those games that do have a day cycle and a photo mode, that should be there, in my opinion.
Hmm.
I'm sure you could agree.
Yeah, would definitely
Yeah.
because I think from the well, at least from Spider-Man community, I'm hearing people saying, "Hey, I would like to be able to do my day-night cycle."
Hmm.
Yeah.
We'd love it. Insomniac. Love you guys. You should listen to that part.
Yeah.
Let us. I know we don't have a cycle, but let us like be able to because okay, wait. I'm about to go on a tangent here. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Bruh. So when they introduced the time of day changes that you can do now in the game, right?
Hmm.
Um, so let me preface this with the fact that in the past game, or games, I should say, they basically made it to where whenever you change the time of day, it would have to go through a loading screen, right? That is not the case with Spider-Man 2. And I was very, very caught off guard when I was changing the time of day.
Hmm.
because I was like, I was trying to change the time of day. I was like, why isn't it working? Why why isn't it working? I was like, what am I supposed to do? And then I saw like because the pause menu's faded, so I saw in the back of the faded pause menu like a little bit of light like changing. I was like, wait a second. I unpaused the menu. I was like, oh, they don't do loading screens anymore. That's wild. So Insomniac, I think you got little thing you could be doing there, you know? Saying, saying.
Also, you did mention it was, I think it was the one of the charity blocks that you did. I think it was
Mhm.
with Skate, actually. You two were
Okay.
talking about uh, on like breaking the camera distance limit. Is that correct?
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, I have recently come into understanding as to partly why they don't do that. Um, Apparently there's some kind of issue in regards to like uh the game itself kind of breaking.
Okay.
Um, so it can cause issues, and most of the time when that happens, just from my experience, you have sometimes where that causes like corruption in files. Um, so yeah, I kind of get why they say that, but just increase the distance. Like, that's all you gotta do. You don't have to break it, just increase it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we need increased distances for a lot of photo modes, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, we really do. But is there anything from Cyberpunk that you actually like? I mean, I know you probably wait, do you play it on PC?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, do you use the tools at all or no?
I do not. You mean the mods or?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
No. JC told me not to
Oh,
get into the mods. He
oh,
said that I would
why?
have a painful time with it. He's like, just be happy you're enjoying the vanilla side of things.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
So,
I mean, okay, I kind of get it, but dang, like, bro said, don't do it.
yeah, basically.
Crazy. Oh my goodness. Well, I mean, is there anything from the vanilla that you like? Because I couldn't, personally, I couldn't really find anything. I'm gonna be real with you.
Well, see, here's the thing. This is my perspective. I do not own a PS5,
Sure.
so I've not really had the hands-on experience with three-point lighting and all that. So my
Okay.
knowledge,
Okay.
I think I can say Cyberpunk is the most extensive VP one I've actually officially messed with and actually put hours into.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
my
Well,
perspective is
yeah.
very limited. So
Sure.
you saying it's not fun is like, well, this is all I know.
Well,
So
but I mean, and actually, that kind of is a good thing though, like in regards to this, because a lot of times from what I've seen, like when somebody has something and that's pretty much all they know, you guys tend to know a bit more in depth about that version of it in particular.
mm,
So like I could see how JC might know more on the modded aspect, but you might actually know more on the vanilla aspect as to how things work,
hmm,
since he uses the mods all the time.
yeah.
So that is, still a good perspective to have. So that's why I'm like kind of wondering, like, is there anything in there that you actually do like about it compared to maybe the other ones that you have done?
Well, Cyberpunk is just a pretty game in general, so there's not
Sure,
really much that you had to do with color corrections as
sure,
much,
sure.
which is nice. I think one thing I would like to have, I did figure out a way how to manipulate it a little bit, but if I wanted, because I've seen some amazing VP shots of there's like black background, but
Yeah.
then is the character themselves in black and
Oh,
white.
okay,
But
okay.
also that I figured out a way on the vanilla one how to sort of do it darkened, but I would think
Oh,
having a
insight,
complete darkness feature would be
insight.
really cool. Yeah.
Hello, hello, hello. Go ahead. Explain, explain. Insight. Hello.
Oh, I don't remember. I had to use like an ellipse,
Okay.
but then change it to a dark version, but then slide it behind the character.
Oh wow.
And so then had to pretty much bring everything down as dark as I could
Uh-huh.
and all that. So as I said, it worked ish, but yeah, I had
Okay.
to sort of manipulate a few, think outside the box in a sense to actually get the
Gotcha.
shot I wanted. Yeah.
Gotcha. So you kind of just like blocked everything out with
Mm-hmm.
one feature and then used your surroundings to make like a black background and then
Essentially, yeah. Mm-hmm.
oh, okay. Okay. That's
Mm-hmm.
that's hey, for all of y'all who might only be playing on PS5 or something, maybe a game that you don't have time of day and or 3-point lighting system. What he just said. Everything he just said. Do that. Do that. Try that. Try that out because it
mm-hmm.
might you might make something freaking dope. I'm gonna be real with you.
Yeah.
And that actually leads me to something that Spider-Man 2 just recently put into their stuff, which is they have these background, like it's literally called a background.
Mm.
Um, Basically, the background can be any, like it outlines the character itself, that
Mm-hmm.
you're playing as, and it will then have the background be whatever color that you choose, pretty much. Um, so that's actually a really cool feature, in my opinion, because there's a lot of people who want to take things with maybe just like you said, all black, or some of those other creative minds might want to do like a all yellow black background, and that actually kind of opens up for editing too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, Actually, one thing that I just recently saw, one of my friends, he's been using the background portion to then create like stickers for his editing.
Mm.
Um, so with the symbiote tendrils, he's been from Spider-Man, for anybody who was wondering. He's been putting the symbiote tendrils onto the background, like the, full color background, the solid color, and then pretty much cropping out the tendrils and using them for editing.
Oh, so like a texture, a little bit of extra layers.
Yeah, yeah, like a overlay.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
It's been
Okay.
pretty cool. It's been pretty cool. So yeah, no, I mean, there's a lot of things you can do with that. So hey, that's another one that I definitely would say could be a part of our little dream photo mode, is having a different background that you can use too.
Mm-hmm.
And also, for anybody who's watching in the comments, y'all go ahead and put down anything that y'all think would be a really cool thing to have for like almost every single photo mode.
Oh
Because
yeah.
we're building this together, okay?
We're building
This
this
ain't just
together.
yeah, this ain't just me and N7. We are
Mm-hmm.
building this together, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, y'all go ahead and say what you need to say in the comments too.
Yep. Speaking of comments, Nas said, I remember a few episodes ago, you guys were talking about the frustrations of going into photo mode and making a ton of edits, and then finding
Hmm.
none of those edits stuck if you went back to tweaking the pose.
Yeah, yeah. Editing can be sometimes, yeah.
But doesn't Ghost of Tsushima keep something like that though, right?
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Hey, there you go. That's another one. Um, so yeah, no, Ghost of Tsushima actually will make it to where you can actually, it's kind of like it's sort of similar to the 3D photo mode almost. Not
Hmm.
exactly at all, but because it doesn't save it the way that Lords of the Fallen does, because Lords of the Fallen saves it like forever. Like you can go back at any time and do another one, like and go ahead and go into that scene.
Hmm.
Um, so it saves it as a scene basically. But with Tsushima, what it does is it actually will like keep, as long as you don't move too far away, um it will keep your original settings that you've placed during the your session in the photo mode.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say you started a shot, you changed some filters, you changed the time of day, you did some like contrast, whatever, right? Um, it will actually, if you leave the photo mode, move just a little bit or anything like that, and you go back into the photo mode, be careful of your eyes. You might want to cover them because it is a little blinding if you're changing all
Uh,
of the different aspects.
okay.
But it will save literally everything that you just adjusted. Your angle, your FOV, which is your field of vision, your, time of day, contrasting, filter, everything.
Mm.
So it's really cool. And I think that if you don't have a 3D photo mode, then just do that. I know 3D photo mode is a lot, I think, but you know, at least do that so that then people can make slight adjustments and then, get back into the photo mode and do what they were doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I think it's
Brando
cool.
from Twitch says, I want Destiny 2 to have a photo mode.
Ooh,
That would be really
ooh.
cool.
That would be really cool, and it's not like multiplayer games don't have them. Fortnite has it.
Mm-hmm.
So, hey, Bungie. Do- does Bungie have a game with a photo mode?
uh, I don't think Halo had any photo modes.
I don't think so either.
Yeah. So,
And
yeah.
I know that Destiny is kind of like the only thing that they've been doing recently, other than that. What
They
was that
had
other game that they were working on? Yeah, that
Marathon,
one.
but I think that's either been put a kibosh on or is just going to be way down the road at this
Oh
current
yeah,
time.
I think I actually heard that they dropped it
They
because
dropped it.
they dropped.
Oh,
Yeah, because I think they dropped the team that was working on it
oh
during the layoffs,
wow. Oh, okay.
which we're not gonna get too into depth on that right now, but we do want to go ahead and offer our sincerest uh what would the word be? Not It's not condolences because that's when like somebody dies, but just our sincerities
Mm-hmm.
to you guys who have been affected by the layoffs as of late. It's an awful thing that's been happening within the game industry to a lot of different companies. So we are very much in your corner and support you guys with whatever endeavors you choose to go to if they do not involve video games, and if you do choose to stay in the industry, we also support you on that. So we just wanted to say that to all of you guys who have been affected.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
100%.
Hmm. So yeah.
VGP Archive says, I feel like they should add more facial expression options in their photo modes.
Oh yeah,
That's
that would be
not a
dope.
bad idea. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
I
is
know
there a game that you
Horizon
guys?
has
Yeah.
facial expressions. I can't really think of any other. Well, actually, Cyberpunk has a few.
Really?
Uh,
Like just offer it?
yeah, you can do a smile. You can be angry. You can like
Oh snap!
look like you're holding a cigarette or something like that. Yeah, they have
Oh,
a
I
few
thought that
things.
was only in the mods.
Nope, that's vanilla. That's vanilla stuff.
Huh.
Hmm.
Insights and updates.
But I'm trying to think of any other photo modes that might have that. Does Ghost of Tsushima have that?
Yes, actually.
Okay, so facial expressions. Okay.
Yeah, that does have facial expressions, but there's not a lot of games that have it. They've recently been putting them in there though.
Okay.
Um they do have it in Spider-Man.
Mm.
Um Spider-Man's works a little weird, I'm not gonna lie, but
So when you're knocking someone out, you could just have this dorky smile on your face.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah. You could just be like, "Oh, snap, I just kicked the crap out of his throat." It's like
Smile for the camera.
right, smile for the camera, like a question mark kind of look. Like, oh.
Oh man.
Yeah, so I think it'd be kind of wild if they had that on Lords of the Fallen. That'd be kind of
But
weird.
he
Just
has
like,
a helmet though, right?
yeah, exactly. Well, yes, but Actually, if you take off the helmet, it is like straight up their face.
Really? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
So you can because you can customize your character's look and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's actually a lot more customization in there than people who haven't played it probably know. It's quite a
Really?
bit.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. It's a lot.
Damon says Control absolutely needs poses and the ability to change Jesse's facial expressions. Yes, would agree.
Poses. Yeah,
Yeah.
poses is another big one too.
Mm-hmm.
I think that poses, like you said, allows for more candid shots too.
Mm-hmm.
It allows you to kind of get a specific look. And I know that not everybody likes poses because they don't necessarily want to, take the same shot as somebody else, but um it of course, just like literally anything else, it depends on how you use it, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I kind of felt the same way, I'm not gonna lie, but I definitely think that having poses in a game for their photo mode is a good option.
Yep.
And not only that, but rotating your character too and moving it in general.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that is something that I don't see in too many, to be honest. Because if you're able to adjust pretty much the full animation and location of your subject while you're taking the shot, that will provide VPs so much more leeway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, and I'm sure you've probably because I do know that you can I do know that you can can't you rotate the character in Gotham
Yes.
Knights, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'm sure that might have helped you out a couple of times.
Yeah, a few times. Yep.
Hmm.
Although the
Yeah.
camera angles from my as I said, memories are coming back.
Okay.
uh, some of the camera angles when you move can be a little bit janky at times, but again, I think that sort of comes with the territory with virtual photography and all that.
Got you. Photo mode.
Oh man, I
Oh
mean,
man.
it's almost on the same lines as when let's see here. The we had a guest like you did Warframe. The other guest did Arkham Knight.
Oh yeah, that was Skate.
Skate, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was limited as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But basically we've covered pretty much a I guess, location and adjusting system for the character or animation, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um Time of day, saving your scene, and I guess you know what? One of the biggest ones, 3-point lighting system, or just a lighting system in general. It doesn't have to be 3-point. It can be 77-point
At
if you really
least have
want.
a light, extra light option would be very
Yeah,
nice. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
yeah, that would be super nice because having the ability to create your own lighting
Mm-hmm.
is so key, at least to me. And I'm sure plenty of other virtual photographers have probably been like, dude, I just wish that I could like see this one part.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like just this one part or highlight this one section or like make this part brighter and this part darker, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But considering all of that, out of the games that you've played with all of those features having been talked about, what's the best photo mode of the ones that you've used?
Cyberpunk.
Really? I thought you were gonna say Gotham Knights, I'm not gonna lie.
Gotham Knights is limited compared to
Hmm. Compared to
Cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk? Really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I honestly thought it was more. Wait, what? What makes it more limited?
As I said, from what I remember, there was not many options. There were
Okay.
filters. You could zoom in and
Yeah.
out. You can do camera targeting, and you had a few stickers, but it was. I don't remember being able to do a lot. It could be that they added more features since I last played. Again, that was on
Hmm.
release,
Hmm.
so no
Oh,
idea.
that was on release. Okay, okay,
Hmm.
okay.
So they
Gotcha.
could have added a
Gotcha.
few features. I don't know.
Gotcha.
Mhm. You know,
Okay.
I was just
So.
thinking, I think he'll be hilarious
Mhm.
if down the road Pixel Focus is like the spearhead for we find someone who's into game development and all that, and we just pull all the VP community into that game, and we just make the
Goodness.
ultimate VP engine for that game, whatever that game was.
Oh
But
my
you
goodness.
know,
Like, this is what we should do. But bro, we don't know a daggone thing about the coding and
I
everything that
know,
goes
I
into
know,
it.
but
We
I
don't
think but I think it'll be hilarious if it's it's instead of talking about what others, we just do ourselves. Come on.
know. Come on, we could totally just make our own photo mode.
Yeah, that'd be
Oh man,
hilarious.
that would be insane. I mean, if we had, I'm sure there's some coders in our community somewhere. Somebody,
Hmm.
anyone. I'm sure y'all are out there. Um, Come on through. Let's do it. Let's make a really good photo.
Yeah. Hmm.
We'll just get like years worth of Unreal Engine and go at it.
Hmm.
You
I
know,
mean, anyone can make a game apparently because that was
technically
the
that's true.
title of a video that came on my YouTube feed.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh snap, that's crazy. I know. I will say. I think he said Damon said, "Let me get my degree first, and then we'll talk."
There we go. We'll be waiting. We'll be
We'll be
waiting.
waiting, Damon. We'll be waiting. But I think if I had to say the best, oh geez, best, wow, the best photo mode out of all the ones that I've used, that is tough because I've started using more, so it's kind of hard to say
Yeah. You're branching
because
out.
yeah, right, because Spider-Man. Don't get me wrong, Spider-Man is incredible. That is a very good photo mode, but I don't know if it's the best one.
Hmm.
I think the only thing that really makes it shine out of literally everything else is the 3-point lighting system
Hmm.
and the way that they do it. So if we're just talking overall though, it mm, it might be Horizon. Horizon's really good. I'm not
Well,
gonna lie.
next
They're
week I can
yeah.
either say yes or no.
Oh well, yeah, that's true.
Mm.
That's true. You could. Really good. You could go
Hmm.
you go ahead and check it out yourself, bud. I'm excited
Hmm.
to see what you do. I want to see you stream it.
Yeah, I could probably do that. Yeah.
Yeah, let's have you stream it.
I have but my assignment is lands like a environmental shot.
Oh, is it?
That's my assignment. It's an environmental shot.
Didn't you already do that in Control just recently? With the one
No,
that's
no,
literally
no.
on the
It has
screen
to
right
be
now?
in Horizon though. Isn't it Horizon?
Oh,
Yeah,
oh, okay, okay, okay. Because I
yeah.
was about to say, if it just has to be an environmental shot, it's on our screen.
Yeah.
Oh,
That
that's crazy.
one was it. I just walked in, and I was like, "Huh, that framed well." Pause. change change the darkness levels a little bit, and I was like, "Okay, I think that works." Moved
Oh
on.
my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Hmm.
Yeah, but I definitely think so pretty much we said all right, so I guess we should culminate all of the things that would make a really good photo mode just from what we've talked about so far.
Hmm. Yeah.
Um so we covered location and animation of a subject, right?
Hmm.
So probably the character you're playing. Um Being able to have a 3-point lighting system,
Hmm.
time of day change,
Hmm.
uh I
Camera distance.
camera distance, yep. I mean, freaking 3D photo mode. Like, come
Hmm.
on! I'm just saying,
Snapshot.
like,
Yeah.
it's so cool. And then I guess, I mean, we can throw in also just some of the absolute essentials like filters. Filters, easy. Aperture,
Oh,
definitely.
here's a question. We don't
Yeah,
have any questions from chat yet, but I think this
that's fine.
might get people going. What is the worst filter you've seen in a photo
Oh,
mode?
geez, that's different. Um, wow. The worst filter I've seen? Oh, uh,
Because you have the typical black and white, but then there's some ones that have you like, huh?
you know what? You know what? I got you. There's a specific, I don't remember what it was called, but I don't even play the game, but I was talking to Turret.
Okay.
And there is this one particular black and white filter, but it's not black and white. It's literally not black and white. And it's like it's called, I think it's actually called black and white,
Mm.
but it's got like a pinkish hue to it,
Ooh.
but it's literally called black and white though. But it's got like a pink and green hue, and it's like I think the reason why I don't like it is because there isn't a single really black and white filter in that game, and I believe it's in Valhalla.
Mm. Okay.
Um, which is the bad part. So it's like yeah, that's kind of the worst one because it's false advertisement. Yeah, yeah, they have Philip just said they have like a tinge to it.
mm.
Yeah,
Interesting.
and he said it sucks. So yeah. No, it's like it's not what they said. So,
Mm.
what's the worst one that you've seen?
For me, uh, it's like uh there's one or two shots I've have. Okay, I'm going to say that I used a
Mhm.
filter, but for the most part,
Yeah.
I don't quite understand the blue hue filter.
Okay, I
Don't
get
quite
you.
understand why you need that. I've not been able to figure out a way to use it because most of the time
Hmm.
I'm like, oh, blue, pass it along. That's the least amount used, and as I said, I've been able to figure it out for two of my shots when I was looking through
Yeah.
which ones for my slides, but yeah,
Hmm.
for the most part, don't quite get it.
Well, I have an insight. So, a lot of times, if you have like let's say you have a very, very like red kind of filmed shot, like everything looks like it was just has a red film over it.
Hmm.
If you use the blue hue, and there are a lot of games where you can actually change like the amount of the filter that you're using. So if you use like a lower amount of like the blue hue, it'll pretty much mute some of the red so that
Oh,
it gives you
okay.
more of a natural color.
Okay, so it's like cancellation filter.
Yeah, exact. I mean, I
Ah,
don't think that's the only way you can use it, but that's the way that I've seen uses for it when I've been taking pictures.
hmm. Okay. I'll have to experiment with that then. I'll definitely
Yeah.
take that insight and apply it.
Yeah, yeah, actually a lot of the like hue filters, they're really good at pretty much muting the opposite color in the spectrum. So you can kind of use like maybe like an orange filter to kind of mute some greens.
mm,
So yeah, there's a lot of time, which I know that's not the exact opposite, but from what I've seen, those hues do adjust other like kind of films that are over a game whenever you're playing.
okay.
So yeah, it's
Okay.
pretty cool. But yeah, and I just want to say something. I just want to say something here. In seven, what time is it?
We have 3 minutes.
This man said that we were not going to be able to talk for an hour about this particular topic. In seven, what do you have to say for yourself?
I am very surprised. I was looking at the time. I was like, "Oh, we're actually doing this. This is
I
impressive.
told
Okay, let's keep going."
you, I told you, your boy.
Brando on Twitch says, "I hate the fisheye filter." Okay.
Oh, dang. You know what? That's fair. That's fair. I can understand that. It's definitely not everybody's thing. It's much more of an eccentric kind of thing for maybe more like abstract shots. So yeah,
Hmm.
and abstract is definitely not something that a lot of people get into. So I totally understand.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's a fair thing to say for sure.
Yep, yep.
Yeah. But yeah, we're at 2 minutes
Hmm.
left. Is there anything else you want to kind of get your word out on, sir?
Uh, Not really. Nothing comes to mind at the moment. Thanks everyone for coming out and listening to episode 11. We didn't have a guest because we wanted to sort of talk uh, on this subject a little bit just between the two of us. So
Yeah,
appreciate everyone listening and all that. So
give people a break from listening to all you other people. No, I'm joking. We love you guys. No, we wanted to kind of like we did actually want to break it up just a little bit.
Mhm.
Have you guys kind of spend time with your folks here on Pixel Focus, your people in Seven and myself, just kind of just be us and y'all, you know what I mean? Don't always got to be having like everybody else all the time. It can just be us, just us chilling. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Oh, it's okay, Jenkins. I understand you just arrived. You're good.
Well, hey, you can always listen back because after the show, I will be uploading it to Spotify. So there you go. Little plug.
Yo, little thug, shameless thug, ayo.
Oh,
We're on.
also, I do want to say this before we go. I
Yeah,
am
yeah, for
looking
sure.
into. I know some of you posted a graphic of what platforms we're on, and there is,
Sure.
Apple Podcast. The reason we're not on there is because I ran into issues. I'm still looking into it. So, for those who have iPhones and are used to listen to Apple Podcast, just know we are trying to get there on that platform. It's just taking a
Or
little bit. Apple is being a bit of a butt at the moment. So
or just get a better phone company. Andrew's better. Oh my gosh, dude,
wow,
I
hay
don't
fever,
know what's
man.
going on with my
Jeez.
throat. Yeah, no, that's crazy. I got Apple sucks. Wow, that's crazy.
You feeling
Wow,
okay there?
Apple sucks. I mean, what? I didn't,
Hmm.
I don't know who just said that. That was
Hmm.
crazy.
Not
Um,
sure.
but anyway, yeah, if you guys want to watch us on Spotify, you want to listen in there, listen in on our YouTube. Our YouTube has it too. You can go to our website. That's www.n7 say the rest of it because I know you know it.
Pixelfocuspod.com.
A.com. Let's go. So you can go ahead and check us out there. And if you don't want to, you don't have to, but I would implore you.
Wow. You just it feel like you cooked me for having an iPhone.
Uh, yes, I did.
All right, so do you have any final thoughts before we head out?
Final thoughts. N7, do better. Anybody who has an Apple product, do better. Do better for yourself. For yourself. Android will help you out. I promise you. Get on Spotify. Get a Spotify account. You don't got to pay for it. Just get one. I'm plugging Spotify because I want us to get advertised with Spotify. I want them to be our people who go ahead and sponsor us. I want to get sponsored by Spotify. That's my final word. Jesus Christ. Yeah, no, you know what? That's a new word. Spotify. Spotify, Spotify. Sponsor us. Let's get it. Come on.
All right. We are Pixel Focus. This is episode 11. Thanks for listening or watching, and have a good rest of your day.
Yeah, thank you. See you later. Hashtag Spotify.